Welcome back to the show, my beautiful friends. We are getting deeper into the Bad Bunny deep dive, checking out some serious work today, which I love. I love a chance to get educated and to learn more. Today we're checking out El Apagón, Aquí, Vive, Gente from Un Verano Senti. I want to check out this article first that says the true meaning behind Bad Bunny's El Apagón. The only thing that I do know about this right now is that it is talking about the power outages in Puerto Rico. And one thing that I do know before I even read into this is about the Hurricane Maria from 2017, which absolutely devastated the island, the country, and it's destroyed the power grid. And I'm pretty sure from what I've read before is that power grid went to like a privatized company, and they've been manipulating it in the United States, which is supposed to be helping out with funding or whatever, does not for whatever reason. And we need to be better about that. So let's educate ourselves. Let's check out this documentary, and please, if I ever misspeak or anything, educate me in the comments. I'm okay with being told and to be corrected. I love that, actually. So the true meaning behind Bad Bunny's El Apagón by Adriana Quies Gonzalez. Ever since his debut in 2016, Bad Bunny has consistently made Puerto Rico the focal point of his music. His full-length projects have communicated a story that is distinctively Boricua in both their concept and sound, consistently rooted in his own authenticity, flow, and community. Throughout his career, he has managed to preserve his originality and lyrical versatility while undertaking greater, riskier experimentation. With the release of his fifth album, Un Verano Senti, on May 6, 2022, Bad Bunny succeeded in raising Puerto Rico's profile once more. In this album, he explores a variety of themes, but mainly his experiences with love and how he has navigated the highs and lows of romantic relationships. However, Un Verano Senti not only addresses the singer's personal relationships and experiences, but also draws attention to and criticizes current political and socioeconomic issues on the island. The 16th song on the album, El Apagón, I think, describes the hardships of Puerto Rican living, such as the continuous large-scale blackouts that have taken place since Category 5 Hurricane Maria ravaged the island in 2017, as well as the privatization of beaches and the arrival of U.S. colonists, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, those bastards. El Apagón and the protests against Luma. Maldita si otro apagón. Vamos pa lo bleacher e prender un blunt. Let's smoke a blunt at the bleachers. Antes que people le de un bofetón. I'm so sorry if I'm phonetically pronouncing these wrong. If you guys can help me out in the comments too with pronunciations, that helps me learn as well. Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico on the early morning of September 20, 2017, causing chaos and putting all 3.4 million of its residents in a dire humanitarian crisis. Most households and businesses were left without electricity for months. Island-wide cell phone coverage was inconsistent, and supplies of clean water, food, medicine, and fuel were in extremely short supply. I remember that, and I remember the politicians of the United States like having a warehouse where things are being locked up and being like put away from the public and being held against the public because everything has to be fucking politicized. It's disgusting. For some people, the battle to access these necessities still affects their daily lives 5 years later to this day. Well, almost 10 years now. 2 months after the hurricane hit, less than half of the citizens had their electricity back, and many people needed months to fully recover from the financial and emotional toll Hurricane Maria caused. In June 2021, 3 years after the hurricane, a new electric power company, Luma, okay, so this is what I remember hearing about, was contracted to work alongside the Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority, PREPA, in managing the island's power. PREPA is now solely responsible for electricity generation, while Luma oversees the transmission and distribution of electricity throughout the island. The company, a partnership between Houston-based Quanta Services and the Canadian firm ATCO, was given a 15-year contract to deliver electricity and restore the island's frail power grid, which was utterly destroyed by Hurricane Maria. However, despite the fact that Luma's presence was intended to assist Puerto Rico, the island is still suffering from the effects of the catastrophic hurricanes Maria and Irma, which proves to show that this company has so far failed to improve life for millions of Puerto Rican residents. With Luma at the helm, islanders are frequently plagued with power outages and blackouts. Sometimes these apagons may last days at a time. One particularly bad power outage occurred in the spring after a fire broke out at a major power plant in the city of Guyana, located in the southwest of the island. At least 500,000 residents were left without electricity in April, and 3 to 5 days without power resulted in the island's education administration canceling classes and closing courts. So, I mean, we rely on so much of our daily lives with electricity now, our schools, all of our systems. A lot of us work from home, and you need the internet, and a lot of our jobs with our like accounting and wherever you need the computers, and it's just part of our life now as a developed society. So yeah, that's insane. Then y'all think about your food. Think about their food in their fridges that's gonna go bad and everywhere in the island. And they're on an island, so it's like you think about Hawaii. You think about if you ever research like the prices and stuff and how the cost of living in Hawaii is insane because you have to have stuff shipped in. It's an island. There's only so many natural resources there and whatnot, and you can only be self-sustained by so much, but the pricing is insane because of those kind of things. This corporation has been the target of endless riots and demonstrations due to the issue of the ongoing power outages. Celebrities and artists like Bad Bunny have joined the case against Luma in response to citizen complaints. Puerto Ricans are, once again, affected by poor management and corruption, even after the government's inability to follow through on its promise that Luma will upgrade, rebuild, and modernize the island's electrical system. No más apagón, so no more blackouts. El Apagón and colonizers. Yo no me quiero ir de aquí, no me quiero ir de aquí, que se vayan ellos. In recent years, gentrification, the indiscriminate purchase of properties, the remodeling, and the increase in prices, the properties that surround them, displacing the original inhabitants of the communities has devastated Puerto Rico. And we're experiencing that here on a scale in America. This corporation, BlackRock, they've bought up over 300,000 homes already in the past 3 months of 2026 already, and that's because they have an extreme amount of funding and they don't have to compete with people like us. Like we have to compete with them, and it's not fair. These houses that would have been selling for a third of the price now are skyrocketed. Our percentages are up higher, and they're starting to come down a little bit now, but it's not fair. It's always like the average first time home buyer in the United States of America now is 47 years old. And MAGA, one of their first policies they try to put out of their presidency of this newest one with Donald Trump, they wanted us to talk about 50-year mortgages. Fuck these people, man. Absolutely horrible. Troubled by gentrification, many Puerto Ricans are beginning to wonder how a society that depends on tax breaks for the wealthy. Why are we always giving tax breaks to the wealthy? They don't do fucking shit. They funnel their money into their bank accounts, and they also funnel their money into offshore bank accounts so they can go around all this stuff because they have the time to be able to twiddle their thumbs and get away with whatever the fuck they want to. No, they need to be taxed and they need to pay their fair share. And like they don't. Jeff Bezos paid like $0 in taxes in like 2017, and he still does not pay like anything. And then he moves his company, he moves around. It's absolute insanity. Meanwhile, we have to pay our taxes or we go to fucking prison, and then we don't even know where they're going most of the time. Most of the time, they're getting funneled back into billionaires. Like, look at what they're doing now. The tariffs that Donald Trump put on us, they pushed it onto us. The corporations push it onto the consumers, and now the corporations are getting $170 billion tax cut. It's absolutely disgusting, man. I hate it so much. Puerto Ricans complain that it is no longer enough for them to remain in their houses as foreign investors are buying properties and raising prices. However, the arrival of wealthy people who must apply for residency to purchase a home in Puerto Rico within 2 years of moving has driven up housing costs and displaced the island's current residents. Living in their hometowns is insufficient for them. Thousands of homes were severely damaged by Hurricane Maria in 2017, which prompted many people to leave the island. As investors migrated from the metropolitan region to smaller villages and communities like Rinson, the real estate bubble that started in the island's main city of San Juan has taken over the entire island. With this song, Bad Bunny continues to spread awareness of the current Puerto Rican issues around the world, besides being rooted in the spirit of protest against the island's political administration. El Apagón is a call to action for change and a love letter to Puerto Rico we so love. Yeah, y'all. I am a very woke person. I use that word in the best manner I possibly can. I believe in it. I believe in being informed. I believe in having an open mind. I believe in thinking and caring about others. I absolutely hate MAGA. I hate white supremacy, and I want it to absolutely die with this administration. And we have to move forward. There's going to be a No Kings protest on March 28th that I will be at, and I will be exercising my freedom of speech, and I will be pushing back against these people. It's time they start paying their fair fucking share. Look what's going on in New York City with Zoran Mamdani and how he's gotten crime down, and he's implementing programs of like pushing back against super bad landlords, and these landlords are already fixing up their apartments and stuff because he's not fucking around. And then he's going to be talking about affordable housing, and he during the cold ass winter he had like warming zones for the homeless. It's just common sense shit. Crime is down now because you've given people places to go. Just like Baltimore, they have after school programs now for kids that are just like, there's an overbearing amount of stress on them. So very logical stuff, but billionaires want us to be fighting against each other because it keeps us busy, and then they can get away with whatever they want. It's nothing new that I'm telling you guys. Maybe some of you. A nosotros nos sale natural ser leyenda. Porque al final no hay orgullo más grande en cada logro que el de decir. Okay, it says there's subtitles, but where are the subtitles? Yo soy de P fucking R. Okay. Con mucho cariño para todos ustedes. Hola, dime. Hey. Puerto Rico está bien cabrón, ey, está bien cabrón. De Carolina sale el reggaetón y los hijueputas de Bayamón, ey, ey. Quieren montarse en la ola y no han ido a rincón. Un besito pa' abuela en el balcón, cogiendo todos los hoyos en la Rubicón. P fucking R, ey. Tierra de Maelo y Teo Calderón. Y de Barea, el que fue campeón. Primero que LeBron. Yes, that triggers me every time. I do love JJ Barea, and I was mad at LeBron during that time because I'm from Cleveland, diehard LeBron fan. I never missed like any of his games, but JJ Barea was hooping, baby. He was the X factor. Dirk like couldn't miss a free throw during that series. It was incredible. And for some of you that haven't watched any other Bad Bunny videos, I'll remind you, like my little sister is Puerto Rican, my niece is half Puerto Rican, black and white, and it means a lot to me. It would mean a lot to me no matter what. I just care about all different kinds of people, and I'm not a selfish, greedy bastard. But yeah, we gotta do better. Que fue campeón, primero que LeBron.
Puerto Rico sigue sufriendo apagones que dejan a decenas de miles sin luz. Esta explosión dejó a todo Puerto Rico a oscuras en abril. Y en agosto, uno de los hospitales principales del país estuvo casi 20 horas sin electricidad. Todo esto después de que la distribución de energía en Puerto Rico pasara a manos de una compañía privada. El gobierno le otorgó un contrato multimillonario a una compañía de Estados Unidos y Canadá llamada Luma Energy, y le prometieron al pueblo que el servicio sería mejor. Pero según las métricas del mismo gobierno, ahora los apagones son más largos. El resultado es estudiantes que hacen sus asignaciones a oscuras, enseres dañados y personas que no pueden conectar su equipo médico en casa. A la vez, el pueblo puertorriqueño ha visto 7 aumentos consecutivos en la factura de luz.
I don't understand why the subtitles aren't playing, y'all.
Mientras que los ejecutivos de Luma cobran salarios nunca antes vistos en la Corporación Eléctrica de Puerto Rico. Y hay gente que está perdiendo la paciencia y protestando en las calles.
Maldita sea, otro apagón. Vamos pa' los bleachers a prender un blon. Antes que a pipola.
I guess I'm just gonna have to follow along as much as I can, use my intuition on what they're talking about.
Bofetón, Puerto Rico está en cabrón. Ey, estoy en cabrón. Puerto Rico está en cabrón. Ey, ey, pichea Maldiva. Yo
Such a beautiful country.
Ey, si no me voy pa' redes, un saludo a mis vecinos. Ey, aquí el calor es diferente, el sol está ahí, no. Ey, la capital del perreo, ahora todos quieren ser latinos. No, ey, pero le falta sazón, batería y reggaetón. Ey, ey, cuido con mi corillo que somos un montón. Ey, ey, le falta sazón, batería y reggaetón. Ey, ey, cuido con mi corillo que somos un montón. Welcome to the calentón.
Yeah! It's like the biker boys. Sounds very consistent. Okay, so this looks like we're underground, like an underground party, and these are the probably people that are rising up. In the face of adversity, we party, baby. This reminds me of like those, what are those things called, like ishkarettes or something like that, or maybe I'm thinking of like an actual specific city, but those little like ponds, or it's like a cave with a natural pond in it, isn't it? Ishkaret?
Sabe que esto es una cosa más o menos informal.
It's probably called something else. Have to understand, like, you do have an incredibly beautiful country, so like if you try to jump into the mind of a greedy person, you can understand why people want to live there, right? I mean, look at this is freaking paradise. But I'm not a greedy person, and I would never try to like move there and take away someone's place, especially knowing what I know. Like you guys are getting priced out of your homes, just like it's happening here as well. Like I said, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I was raised on a very, very normal poverty line, actually, life. Like my grandma and grandpa did very well for themselves. My grandpa worked on the Ford assembly line, putting trucks together, and my grandma was a nurse, and they didn't like overspend or anything like that. They bought a little home. It's a fun little quaint home. They even had a freaking pool in their backyard for a few years until the liner cracked. But just very frugal people. Since my grandpa did work at Ford, they got like a new car every couple of years. But other than that, never like remodeled their home, didn't spend on stupid stuff. They actually bought my aunt, who is a piece of shit. They bought her 2 houses, and her husband is such a selfie, greedy bastard that so ungrateful. But my grandma, her philosophy was like, if I don't do it, then who else is gonna do it? I don't want my daughter to be on the street. And was a saint. But my point is, like, I guess I've developed empathy because I actually lived a real life, and I've been friends with so many different people. But like, look at this. This is paradise. And my sister visits there. Her and her friend Esme, they go there like the last couple years they've gone there. So she's been like 3 times now, I think, and she wants to go back again because she loves it so much. And que se vayan ellos. Esta es mi playa, este es mi sol, esta es mi tierra, esta soy yo. Goodness. Esta es mi playa, esta es mi sol, paradise. Esta es mi tierra, esta soy yo. It's a big city.
Están desplazando al boricua nativo de aquí.
Ajá.
There's the subtitles. Oh, thank you. I was so worried.
Carta de los 30 días y toma y te tienes que ir.
¿Y ahora para dónde cojo? Y si lo que me cobran allí donde yo puedo no me va a dar con lo que yo me gano.
Lo que pasa es que lo que hay es unos grandes intereses allí.
Y está pasando en Puerto Rico completo.
Y vamos a ser extranjeros en nuestra propia patria.
Tenemos que movernos, dama, porque cuando los de abajo se mueven, los de arriba se caen.
That's how I feel, and I've been trying to, like, I don't even know anymore. I don't want to be a gatekeeper, but like Cleveland up here in Northeast Ohio, yeah, we only get like 6 months of good weather, but we have wonderful beaches here as well, and people don't know that. Like that's like our best hidden secret. Edgewater Beach used to be a place of like crime, and you would see like dead bodies wash up on the shore, but they revamped it. It's beautiful. And then where my family comes from, Lorain, Ohio, where Miss Toni Morrison as well, a legend in the literature world. Yeah, we have a beach called Lakeview Beach, and that has been beautiful for 20 years now. The metro parks have helped revamp that, and it's wonderful. And then there's other ones all across the northern coast. It's like Marblehead, and you have like in Mentor on the lake. There's just, my point is it's hidden. People don't really know about it, but there's a lot of people moving here from like California and other places because yeah, it is a little bit cheaper to live here than it would in California and not Texas, but some places, and they know about it now, and yeah, they're pricing people out of it. And I make good money. I have my other job in this. I work very hard to work up the ranks, and I'm my own boss, and I get to work from home, and I'm a contractor, and I make very good money, but still, like, I'm a principal person. I'm not trying to spend 3 times the amount on a house that I could have bought 2 years ago during like COVID, when percentages were down to 2.3%, and like one of the houses I'm looking at now, yeah, it was 3 times as cheap as it was before, and it's bullshit. And that's because these BlackRocks and whoever else, these other private equity companies buy up these houses. It raises the value in the neighborhoods, and then that ends up making people have to pay more in taxes too. Because now you have higher tax assessed values, and it's those all these cogs in the machine, man, that are everything. There's a butterfly effect to everything, and so this is happening. The butterfly effect here is the hurricane. It obviously displaced a lot of people, and now you have to rely on construction companies and government assistance, and you have to look at like Hawaii with Lahaina and what happened there.
Vamos, chicos, a hablar menos y a comer con calma. Sírvanse que ustedes son visitas. Ustedes...
Yo hace tiempo no comía. Dios le bendiga
Hey.
este sabor.
Amén.
Esto es Puerto Rico. Pero la vida aquí no es igual para todos. Están quienes llegan con ventajas y beneficios. Y están quienes llevan aquí toda una vida y ahora sienten que les quieren sacar. Y quitarles lo que les pertenece. Pero también están quienes crearon estas condiciones. Y quienes tienen el poder para cambiarlas.
That's the thing too, is it's hard to make progress when there's other losers in this world too. Like, there's going to be other Puerto Ricans that are working for like Americans or whatever that are going to be holding back other Puerto Ricans. There's people, we call them what, like ladder pullers. Like, they think about the gay community. There's a lot of people in the gay community that will rise up to the top of the ranks, and they'll pull the ladder out from underneath them, and they'll start disparaging all the other gay people and take lobbyist money and everything and pretend all this stuff. It sucks, man. And women do it as well. Men do it. Every walk of life does it. And it's because at the end of the day, people are trying to survive, and there's a lot of people just looking out for themselves, man. And it makes me feel a little cynical, but I have to be better and just keep rising above it and trying to put love and leadership out there, and leading with like good morality. Such a wonderful culture. There's a Puerto Rican festival down the street from me every year in Cleveland. I go there. One of my best friends, him and his family, we go. They're Puerto Rican, and we go with them. Aquí, Vive, Gente.
Esa me la dejaron
Look
enganchada
at
en la...
that.
Te deben desalojar y entregar la posición de las instalaciones dentro de 30 días. Gracias por el tiempo y le deseamos lo mejor.
Thank you for your time here. We wish you the best.
Maricusa llegó a Puerto
That's their freaking home.
Rico de su natal República Dominicana en los 90.
Limpio, cocino, lavo, plancho, todo lo que está relacionado a la casa, cuenta conmigo, porque a mí me gusta y disfruto lo que hago.
Lleva casi 26 años alquilando un apartamento en este edificio en Santurce.
26
Aquí
years.
dormía mi hija con su hijo pequeño, con Christopher.
Pero en mayo le dieron una carta avisándole que se tenía que ir, porque el edificio tenía nuevo dueño.
Yo le dije, bueno, yo me voy a ir, pero cuando yo consiga un sitio donde yo pueda quedarme con lo necesario y enviar esa mudanza. Y en pocas palabras me dijo, bueno, como es tanta cosa que usted tiene aquí, bótela.
Wow.
Como para presionar a que uno salga corriendo, yo lo
What do you think like happened to people like that, where they think like that, like, oh yeah, just throw away all your shit, nothing matters to me, I'm an ignorant piece of shit? What do you think happened? Do you think they just didn't get love from their parents? Because shit, man, we've talked about that in so many of my videos. I didn't have like a very loving father. I got all my love from my grandfather, my grandma, and my mom. Those are the three most important people in my life, and they put great principles and morality into me. What happens to people where they get so fucking shitty like that? There's just a massive amount of like lack of love. There's no integrity. Like you're just an absolute piece of garbage to talk to someone like that.
Al menos yo lo que estaba pagando no era
Absolute piece of
suficiente para
garbage.
yo cubrir el que yo estar aquí lo estaba haciendo perder dinero. Porque si pago 600 pesos, aparece un loco que da 2.500. Y él dijo que esto se iba a alquilar a 2.500.
And see, that's my other point with the housing crisis we're going through now, is there are people that are paying those high prices, and it's because they're desperate. They need to find a house, and now they're getting pushed into that, and we're going to have another housing crisis, man. It's terrifying me, because how are these people going to continue to pay over $2,000 a month in mortgages, and then having rent expenses, utilities, food? How about wanting to even have a life and like travel and make a family? They're just choking us. They're choking us. They're making us rely on them. It's their
El
plan.
ingreso medio de un
I mean, educate yourself. Go read Project 2026. There's even a Project 2030 available for y'all.
hogar en Puerto Rico es menos de $1,800 al mes.
Entonces están desplazando al boricua para hacerse ellos ricos a través de lo de aquí, de lo nativo de aquí.
I've also seen it happen in Jamaica. Most of the resorts in Jamaica are United States of America. They're I don't like saying American because South American is also American, but they're American companies. And Jamaica, I mean, they make most of their money is from tourism, right? So they accept it, and then they rely on it. And then when the tourism's not happening, they fall under. But there's also an opportunity for them to build their own tourist sites as well, and they're trying to now. But it's hard to compete with billionaires, right?
El nuevo dueño del
Billionaires should not exist, and I've talked about this a lot of times too. Is you have to there's a nuance with it. I'm not speaking about the Taylor Swifts and the Beyoncés and whatever. They give back their money and they earn their money off of their art. Not people like Elon Musk, who was born on third base, who had a silver spoon put in his mouth from the day he was born, but from coming from apartheid South Africa in an emerald mine, and then illegally entering the United States, actually as an illegal alien, and taking advantage of our system and taking our taxpayer dollars and grifting people, telling them we're going to go to fucking Mars because he's a loser.
El edificio donde vive Maricusa es una compañía que se dedica a la compra y venta de propiedades. Y ya lo está revendiendo por
Yeah, then they do a little fluff and puff, and they increase the prices crazy.
$1.5 millones. En el anuncio dice que solamente acepta ofertas en
Cash
efectivo
offers.
y que los inquilinos se pueden ir en 30 días.
Perfect location on Calle de Parque in front of Chudela. 10 minutes walking to Condado beaches. This gated complex includes 6 apartments, can convert to condos. All have vaulted ceilings. Current tenants do not have contracts and can vacate in 30 days. Cash offers only. Agent commissions can be paid. Yeah. Who's got 1.5 million in cash just laying around? Fuck you, people.
Es un abuso. Y ya yo tengo 68 y hay personas mucho mayor que yo que han pasado media vida o medio siglo en ese sitio, que lo saquen impunamente. Eso duele.
Este es el barrio
So
donde
sorry,
yo
y'all.
nací,
I'm so
el
sorry.
rinconcito donde yo viví. Desde mi tatarabuela, mi bisabuela, mi abuela, mi mamá y este servidor nacimos aquí, y mis hijos. Yo siempre he dicho que si yo nací en Puerto Tierra, yo quiero morir en Puerto Tierra.
El barrio de Puerta de Tierra es la entrada a la isleta de San Juan. Es donde se encuentra el Capitolio de Puerto Rico y está al lado del famoso
Wow,
viejo
it's
San Juan.
gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Si tú notas, estamos enfrente a la bahía de San Juan y es privilegiado. Esto es un tesoro aquí para estos millonarios y ricos.
Pero este no siempre fue un lugar codiciado. Puerta de Tierra fue donde vivieron las personas esclavizadas luego de obtener su libertad, porque la clase alta quiso mantenerlos fuera de las murallas de San Juan. Y eventualmente los arrabales se convirtieron en residenciales públicos. Pero en las últimas 2 décadas, el gobierno de Puerto Rico ha eliminado unas 1,000 unidades de vivienda pública para familias de bajos recursos.
¿Dónde es que estamos ahora mismo? ¿Cómo se
Sí,
llama esto?
Esto es el condominio Las Acacias, Puerta de Tierra, donde yo me crié.
Los residenciales públicos son el corazón de Puerta de Tierra. Si nos sacan, muere Puerta de Tierra. Si sacan los residenciales públicos, muere Puerta de Tierra. Yo viví ahí 54 años, viví en esa esquina. Mira lo que hay ahora. Un edificio, un caserío nuevo para riquitos, donde yo nací, donde yo no puedo entrar. Porque como somos negros y pobres, pues están abusando de nosotros, ¿sabes? Y no es justo, no es justo.
It's literally that simple sometimes. It sucks. And I think it was Occam's razor. It's like the most simple thing usually is what it is. And you can look at what we're experiencing with MAGA right now. It's these people, the one thing that they all like have in common is that they're racist white pieces of garbage. Like they don't care about that the president is clearly a fucking pedophile, clearly involved in all the Epstein shit, clearly the worst businessman of all time. How the fuck do you bankrupt a casino? How do you fail as a businessman when your grandfather and your father passed down hundreds of millions of dollars? Like, what a fucking loser.
Ser desplazado por los grandes intereses, a ellos les interesan que nosotros nos vayamos. No, si nosotros nacimos ahí, que se vayan ellos. Mira lo único que nos han regalado estos inversionistas aquí, millonarios, el duérmete, nene. Duérmete, niño, duérmete ya, que pronto te sacamos de tu comunidad.
Can only laugh about it right now,
Por
right?
ese pasillo, al final, a la mano derecha.
Laura Mía González vivía en este edificio de apartamentos privados, hasta que en el 2019 le llegó una carta anunciando que el edificio tenía nuevo dueño y se tenía que ir en 30 días.
My little sister's last name is Gonzalez, and I'm always worried now because you have ICE and all these fucking fascists roaming the streets. I'm worried that they're going to use like that Palantir system from Peter Thiel. It's a database system. It was first implemented for like predictive policing. Now it's just invasive and it's going through all of our phones and it's pulling all of our data and it's making like it easier for these fascists to get a hold of us. And yeah, I'm worried about my sister. I'm worried about my niece. And like I said, March 28th, there will be a No Kings protest. I am a little worried, but about the government attacking us, and there's all these signs of a false flag coming, and that's what America does because America loves dropping bombs on fucking children. Apparently, when there's a Republican in charge, and sometimes when the Democrats in charge as well. I'm worried, but I'm here to protect and be there for them, and I will always. But it is a very scary time, and this is what they're doing, and this is like everything here. It's relatable and it resonates. It's happening all around the world.
Bueno, en ese momento me sentí
Some place worse than the others, though, obviously.
frustrada, primero porque había personas que llevaban casi 30 años viviendo allí, ¿verdad? Y cuando tú llevas ya 30 años viviendo en el mismo lugar, tú creas unas relaciones con la comunidad.
Del edificio de la ferretería se tuvieron que ir 21 familias.
Tú no puedes llegar aquí con mentalidad de colonizador pensando que aquí no vive gente o que la gente que vivía, pues mira, tú las puedes despachar con una carta de desahucio y que consigan a dónde irse a vivir.
Wouldn't you feel so weird? Like, wouldn't you feel so weird coming into someone else's country and like just disregarding their culture, disregarding their way of life, and just being a disrespectful piece of shit? Like, I don't know. I guess I am different, and my flaw is expecting myself from others. But that just seems like common sense to me. You come into someone's neighborhood and you say hi and you respect them, you get to know them, and you build a rapport with them. You don't just fucking treat them like they're nothing, you know?
Laura Mía pagaba $300 al mes por su apartamento. Hoy día las unidades del edificio de la ferretería se alquilan a corto plazo por $150 la noche.
Nadie está diciendo que no está haciendo un buen negocio.
Shit, the Airbnb I just stayed at my vacation, these greedy bastards, like I paid for a pool, a hot tub, like I splurged a little bit on myself. I got down there, the pool wasn't even cleaned yet, and then they're trying to tell me like, oh, it's gonna cost you $100 a day to heat the pool. The fuck is wrong with you people? I remember 10 years ago with Airbnb, like all that stuff was included. You didn't have to worry about no cleaning fees or whatever. It's just people are getting greedier and greedier and greedier. And it's a lot of time, again, it's people that are born on third base, like their parents are rich. rich and they give them a little money, like, oh, go be a realtor now, or go be a Airbnb hostess now because we're just gonna buy you properties and whatever. And it's disgusting. And I can't freaking stand it, man.
Es un negocio, mira, redondo, y más si no paga casi contribuciones.
It's like realtors think they're as important as like doctors and lawyers now. Why? You're not at all. You guys barely even do anything. You just sorry to the good realtors out there, but the ones I've been dealing with lately, and I actually am working with a really good one now. He's really cool. But the ones I was dealing with before, they're just standing there in the living room like, okay, walk around and tell us how you think about it. Okay.
Rico,
What are you here for?
is becoming an increasingly popular place to move among wealthy Americans.
It's the tax incentives that make Puerto Rico very appealing, specifically Act 22.
And crucially, the island is
Losers. You make enough money to help people. Stop being greedy bastards.
become a tax haven for the wealthy.
En Puerto Rico hay una ley que le permite a los
Okay, I was wondering who this was. Bianca Gralao. She is gorgeous.
extranjeros no pagar ciertos impuestos cuando se mudan aquí. Se llama la Ley 22, que ahora es parte de la Ley 60. Y gracias a esta ley, cuando una persona se muda a Puerto Rico, no paga nada de impuestos por las ganancias de sus inversiones en cosas como acciones, criptomonedas y bienes raíces.
I'm moving to Puerto Rico.
There's that bitch right there.
Yeah. It's like the only place you can live with 0%.
If you watch enough of my videos, guys, you know that I don't normally talk about people like this and stuff. Like, I am very filtered when it comes to where my anger gets pushed into. And Logan Paul and Jake Paul, these motherfuckers, they grew up 20 minutes away from me in a rich suburb called Westlake, Ohio. And they always try to claim that they're from Cleveland, Ohio. And they try to say like, oh yeah, we got out the mud and whatever. No, you didn't. Your family owned a construction company and you guys are fucking assholes. All the teachers from Westlake think you guys are dickheads. They hate you because you're pieces of shit.
Capital gains.
Actualmente hay más de 3,000 personas que se benefician de esta ley.
They try to put out this fake-ass persona that they help things and whatever. No, they don't. Whoa, what just happened there?
I'm moving to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. It's like the only place you can live with 0% capital gains.
Actualmente hay más de 3,000 personas que se benefician de esta ley.
I understand sometimes not wanting to pay taxes because we don't exactly always know where our money is going, but it's just, you're just being greedy for the most part.
Ese beneficio, sumado a los bajos precios de las propiedades luego del huracán María, para algunos significó una oportunidad.
Puerto Rico!
Puerto Rico is an absolute gold mine for real estate investing.
Oh my gosh, the tax advantages.
Why Puerto Rico?
Leeches.
Rico is the best place for you to buy real estate in 2022.
Leech.
El nuevo dueño del edificio de la ferretería es un beneficiario de la Ley 22.
South Park made a great episode recently. Like, it's all about just getting your nut, man. That's why all these people can just disassociate and not care about anyone else because their ignorance is bliss, and it's all about just making money and getting your nut.
Mayor Hassan ha comprado 15 propiedades en Puerta de
South Park
Tierra,
never misses.
pero él no ha sido el único. Desde el 2018, 8 beneficiarios de la Ley 22 han comprado por lo menos 28 propiedades en el barrio.
Bueno, yo le digo invasores colonizadores porque ellos se comportan como tal. Claro, el gobierno de Puerto Rico le ha puesto el país en bandeja de plata.
Entre las 28 propiedades que compraron los beneficiarios de la Ley 22 está lo que antes era una escuela pública.
Mi escuela, aquí fue donde yo aprendí a leer. Aquí yo me pasaba jugando con Picosí, sexto grado, Miss Martínez, que era mi tía, la hermana de mi mamá. Allí, sexto grado.
La Martín G. Bromba es una de las más de 600 escuelas que el gobierno de Puerto Rico ha cerrado en los últimos 10 años.
See what happens? You close the schools, you destroy education, you make people dumber. We make people dumber. They can't finance your life. You can't climb the ladder because you're always gonna need education for something. Education is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself, and it means educating yourself in anything, accounting, educating yourself through school, through college, whatever it may be. But yeah, the fact when you don't have schools, then yeah, there's going to be less intelligence and people are going to be more docile because they're not informed now and they're just like, it's control.
Ahora esta escuela será un edificio de apartamentos con vista al mar.
A finales de las clases se veían las ballenas que salían a parir. Los maestros nos llevaban a ver ese espectáculo. Cada vez que yo paso por aquí me dan con ganas de llorar. Estoy aguantando las lágrimas, pero...
I'm sorry, brother. Heart goes
Muchas
out.
de las propiedades que los beneficiarios
I'm
compran
tearing
las
up.
dedican al turismo.
Wow.
Algunos académicos comparan la economía del turismo con la economía de plantación. Que los Estados Unidos invadiera y tomara posesión de Puerto Rico a finales del siglo XIX permitía a las compañías azucareras estadounidenses apoderarse de la tierra. Contrataban a puertorriqueños como sus empleados y les
Okay, so now I'm thinking back of the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime performance, and it started off with the sugar cane.
pagaban salarios bajos que los mantenían en la pobreza. Hoy día Puerto Rico sigue siendo posesión de los Estados Unidos y existe este incentivo que le da ventajas a los estadounidenses y les invita a comprar propiedades en Puerto Rico. Esas propiedades a menudo se convierten en alquileres para turistas, con la promesa de empleos de servicio para la población local. El resultado es un dueño extranjero que acapara las ganancias.
Let's see. I recognize Logan. I don't know who these other people are. I bet if I saw their names, like the guy on the far right looks familiar over here. But yeah, just leeches. All leeches. This motherfucker right here should have been, his career should have been ended when he took that film of the Japanese forest of the person hanging themselves. He should have been, his career should have ended with his crypto zoo scam. Like, he just keeps getting away with it. And then the WWE. Like, fuck them. Fuck Vince McMahon, you horrible fucking monster. And yes, I grew up on the WWF and WWE, and I didn't know about all these monstrosities that were going on back then. But hiring jackasses like him, and I know Bad Bunny's been in the WWE before as well, and I hope he stops going because it's filled with MAGA fucking assholes.
Ese ataque, más un ataque.
We also have to talk about how the Latino vote here in the United States actually helped Donald Trump get elected too. And it's like, there's those losers down in Florida that were, they're like singing for Latinos for Trump and everything. And then a month later, their family gets fucking deported and they're crying about it. Like leopards eating their faces.
Desde el punto de vista racial, como se ha dado, o de raza.
Always going to be losers from
o de clase. Es complicado. Sencillamente con decir gringo go home o todo este tipo de cosas, verdaderamente no abona la estabilidad política del país.
Rafael Tatito Hernández es uno de los políticos.
And unfortunately, I feel that same way about these marches. Like right now, the administration that we're up against right now, they're not going to care about us going on marches. No, we're going to have to pull them out of their houses or do something to actually hurt them, like hurt them financially. That's the only time things change. They don't care about words. Fuck, they'd probably send us a drone strike on us before
Políticos puertorriqueños que han recibido donativos de beneficiarios de la Ley 22. En los últimos 3 años, los beneficiarios han donado más de $240,000 a las campañas políticas del gobernador y los líderes de la legislatura de Puerto Rico. El gobernador recibió la gran mayoría del dinero.
A mí me apasiona mucho el tema. Yo vengo desde abajo y sé lo que es venir y caminar a la escuela y ver la situación social de las comunidades y las desventajas.
So why are you selling them out?
Pero no pueden ser deteniendo el desarrollo.
Why can't you stop development? I mean, things need to be fixed, right? The power grid needs to be fixed, but we're looking at fully built schools and fully built cities. You're talking, it just said that, what did it say? They closed like 600 schools, or they say they closed 10 out of 600 schools. But either way, closing one school is too many.
El mayor
Here in America, in Cleveland, again, they just cut like 1,300 educators in Cuyahoga County, and most of them are like special education.
El donante de las 3 principales figuras políticas es Brian Tenenbaum.
You do Act 22, it's a no-brainer.
La persona que compró la
Fuck is this guy?
escuela de la comunidad de Puerta de Tierra.
Ellos ven que el gobierno está quitándoles recursos
Sorry, he looked white as fuck. Super gringo.
para ponérselos en bandeja de plata a la gente que tiene mucho dinero. ¿Usted no lo ve así?
Sí, no hay duda. El caso de Puerta de Tierra es un caso, si lo analizas y has podido ver a la comunidad por muchos años, ya más de 40 años apagado. Así que esto es una manera de que están renovando de una manera u otra una zona que estaba verdaderamente en una situación bien apremiante. Todavía lo está. Y esto es una cuestión de oferta y demanda. Muchos de ellos son los mismos dueños de la comunidad que le están vendiendo a estos inversionistas.
Pero no es solo la vivienda y las escuelas. El otro recurso que está en juego en Puerto Rico son las playas.
It's crazy. I've been seeing people here like actually fighting back against the data centers, which is awesome. I saw one person like turn down $120 million for their property because it means something to them. Their home means something to them. That their property is valued to them more than that, and that is amazing to see. That's like extremely refreshing. You don't hear about that a lot. A lot of people like, oh, my friend's grandmother lives right in over. If you know anything about Cleveland, we have this this market called the West Side Market. And she lives right over there, and there's just a strip of land that the city wanted to buy, and her house is on it as well. And she's one of the people that like push back against it. And she is Puerto Rican, and yeah, she's very smart and she's very grounded and humble, and it's not like her house is like super special. I think it's actually pretty big, but I mean it needs work, and I mean even this street that she's on needs a little bit of TLC, but it's older people that live there and they get forgotten about. But yeah, she had the integrity to turn it down, and because she turned it down, the other people weren't able to sell their houses either. So pretty awesome. It stopped the project. But then, yeah, these data centers, there's people are fighting back against it. And when they fight back against it, sometimes there's being like parks being built there instead of the data centers now. So yeah, sometimes it does help when we rise up and we show these people who don't fucking want their shit. Because also we're seeing like our electricity bills being like tripled now as well. Fuck Donald Trump.
Por ley, todas las playas en Puerto Rico son públicas, pero hay quienes creen que se las están quitando al pueblo con construcción o cerrando el acceso, como pasó en el pueblo de Dorado.
Dorado, that's where the Pauls live.
Dorado cuenta con mansiones y hoteles lujosos frente al mar. Por ley se supone que haya múltiples accesos a través de esos terrenos privados para que el público pueda llegar a esta
you guys have to understand the way that people like Jake Paul and Logan Paul become famous is because there's something in their head that's missing. Like they don't care, like it's integrity. They don't care. They're not the same person 24/7. And as someone like that who tries so fucking hard and puts in so much effort to be a good person, it's exhausting, but you have to do it because it changes the way the world is. It changes like my niece seeing the way I act, my friends seeing the way I act. It changes them. I kind of have rubbed off on my father, and like I've seen him change, and it's important to me. But these people, they have no morals. They don't care how they're actually perceived in reality, and when your mind is just based on money and success, you can do whatever. You will say whatever to get the clicks and everything like that, and yeah, that's just disgusting.
Pero en años recientes los que había se cerraron y ahora la única entrada es por el balneario público.
Si queremos llegar a la playa allá, tenemos que caminar todo eso.
Todo eso. No hay ningún otro acceso.
Rosa Rivera Martínez trabaja limpiando casas en Dorado Beach.
Pero yo creo que donde yo trabajo yo hago un poquito más que limpieza. Le doy un poquito de lo que es el sabor de Puerto Rico.
Pero en sus días libres, Rosa no tiene acceso fácil a la playa que disfrutan sus empleadores.
Los días que no está trabajando, si quisiera ir a esa playa, ¿cómo llega?
Tendría que entrar por aquí.
Rosa y yo empezamos el largo camino para intentar llegar a esta playa, que le llaman West Beach.
Hay gente que dice, pero con tanta playa que hay en Puerto Rico, ¿por qué quieren ir a esa específicamente?
Porque todas son de nosotros. Y no es que queramos solamente decir esto es de los puertorriqueños, queremos compartirlo.
Like, it's a fucking beach. You should be able to walk freely. We should, as humans, we should have freedom of movement. That's another reason why I don't believe in the word illegal alien and whatever. Like, this land is your land. This land is our land. This land is made for you and me. This is, if you believe in God, this is all God's land. This is not, like, just can you imagine that? We created fucking money and then we started terrorizing things and whatever. And I understand having your own space, right? And you pay for your own plot of land, and you should be able to have your own privacy there, and people shouldn't be able to trespass on your privacy. But this is public land. The oceans are touching it, which we only have 10% of our oceans discovered. But yet this psychopath wants to go to Mars.
De camino nos encontramos con empleados de Dorado Beach que nos dijeron lo mismo que la compañía luego reiteró por escrito. Que sí, que la playa es pública, pero que para llegar teníamos que caminar por las piedras.
¿Cómo es que yo me tengo que sentir bien el que me digan, sí, tú puedes pasar, pero tienes que pasar por donde te puedes escocotar y reventarte? O sea, me mortifica el que nos tratan como ignorantes o como delincuentes, cuando los que están rompiendo la ley claramente son ellos.
Rosa y yo caminamos 1.3 millas y atravesamos las primeras rocas.
Sí, cuidado ahí. No, me resbalé y me dio miedo.
Pero al acercarnos más, el camino se puso
Did
más...
we see that? Did we see them climbing over those rocks in the one music video where they're playing like musical chairs? What was the name of that song?
peligroso.
O sea, la intención era llegar a esa playa, pero yo creo que mejor no porque
es mucho riesgo.
El acceso es tan difícil que en la práctica West Beach se convierte en una...
See, I'm an athlete, so I'd be able to do that very easily. But yeah, I think about Lolos and Lolas and just older people, and there's just some people that are just not as mobile. It's just not right.
Playa privada para quienes compren una de estas residencias, que están en venta por hasta $18 millones.
El ente gubernamental que está llamado a defender lo público, a defender las playas, los parques, etcétera, no lo está haciendo.
Pedro Cardona Roy trabajó en la agencia de gobierno que decide cómo se usan los terrenos en Puerto Rico. Él dice que en Dorado construyeron en terreno que le pertenece al pueblo, porque según el reglamento, los 20 metros de terreno después de la marejada más alta son públicos.
Y esas rocas están dentro del área que es afectada por la marea. El sargazo está llegando justo hasta las rocas.
O sea, que si ahora mismo yo me trepo por esa roca y me paro ahí y me dicen, tú no puedes estar aquí porque es propiedad privada, pero eso no es cierto.
Correcto.
Eso se supone que es parte de la propiedad pública.
Correcto. ¿Por qué no se cumple con esto? Era tu pregunta. Yo creo que la razón principal es el poder que tienen ciertas personas en Puerto Rico.
La compañía que construyó y es codueña de Dorado Beach se llama Prisa Group. En la última década, los directivos de Prisa Group han donado más de $500,000 a las campañas políticas de los dos partidos principales en Puerto Rico.
That's always so much of the problem. Lobbyists and career politicians that are stuck, or not stuck, that are making a living off of being persuaded by lobbyists and just taking the money. A big problem that's going on in the world is AIPAC, the American Israel PAC, that is pretty much every congressman in the United States is taking money from them, and even people are losing elections now once this AIPAC tracker that exposes them is probably the best thing that's happened to politics lately is having those to expose people. But yeah, it's like just whoever's taking money from them, they're the ones that are manipulating the government and manipulating policy, and look what they get. They get, and again, I have to say this, I don't know how many people are watching this. I'm not anti-Semitic at all. I love all different people, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, whatever it may be. You should be able to celebrate, and you should be able to practice whatever religion, whatever way of life you want. But the government of Israel and the government of the United States right now are definitely bloodthirsty fascists. And right now, Israel, they have universal health care paid by the United States taxpayer, and they also have like a cap on their college tuition. They don't pay more than like $3,000 a fucking year in tuition, and that's not fair. Meanwhile, here it's the goddamn dog freaking rat race constantly. There's like no programs for us.
De esos, más de $200,000 los donó el presidente de la compañía.
Got some weirdo on my Patreon now that was from the former IDF that's like just blowing up my replies now. They're absolutely insane, and like that word anti-Semitic doesn't even hold any weight anymore. Those people are like self-oppressed victims at this point.
Federico Stuve Arzuaga.
Or pretty much always have been, honestly. Just like the white people in America.
Efecto, las cosas dieran una vuelta y se eliminara la ley 22 y se quite ese incentivo.
And just a reminder, y'all, I am not suicidal at all. I'm actually a freaking amazing athlete. I'm a great swimmer. I know how to use guns. I love my life, and I would never take it. So if that happened to me, then one of these, and it sounds crazy, right? But people get offed, people get killed, and I have to put it out there, just so you know.
Para los ricos y millonarios. ¿Qué le pasaría a la economía en Puerto Rico?
Lo que vamos a tener un gran gueto en Puerto Rico. Si nosotros queremos pobreza en Puerto Rico, vamos a eliminar eso.
Dorado Beach es donde han comprado o alquilado casas figuras famosas como Logan Paul y Brock Pierce, quienes se mudaron a Puerto Rico por los incentivos. Pero la lucha por las playas no solo se está dando en Dorado.
Una piscina frente de una playa. ¿Qué necesidad hay de eso? Invadiendo el hábitat de tortugas. Estoy lloro ante los ojos de Dios, corillo.
Eso que nos pertenece a todos, de pronto el condominio Sol y Playa dijo, A mí no me importa que esto sea del pueblo de Puerto Rico. Esto yo lo quiero para mí. Y yo voy a hacer una piscina allí. Y yo voy a poner una verja.
Las protestas comenzaron. Y el gobierno envió a la
I'm proud of y'all for protesting and standing for what you believe in, at least.
policía. Los manifestantes impidieron que continuara la construcción.
Look at these loser cops. Like, look at these fucking losers. You're really, yeah, fuck you guys. I know you have a job, but like, don't you dare touch this woman.
Los manifestantes impidieron que continuara la construcción.
Yeah. Fuck out
Salió
of
a
here.
relucir con primo el gobernador Pedro Pierluisi.
See, this is what we gotta do in America, y'all. France does it right. It looks like Puerto Ricans are doing it right.
Era dueño de uno de los apartamentos.
Primero que nada, estás hablando de un primo, tercero, cuarto mío.
El caso fue a corte. El tribunal determinó que el permiso de construcción era ilegal y ordenó la demolición de la verja. Cuando los dueños no lo hicieron, los manifestantes se encargaron. Así como lo hicieron en Rincón, en Puerta de Tierra dicen que resistirán.
Porque si no luchamos ahora y no nos unimos a luchar por nuestro barrio, no solamente Puerta de Tierra, va a ser la isla entera.
Aquí la resistencia va a durar hasta que el corazón aguante. ¿A qué me refiero con eso? Que estoy dispuesta a dejar mi sangre por esta comunidad y por mi gente.
Que se vayan ellos. Esta es mi playa, este es mi sol, esta es mi tierra, esta soy yo.
I don't want it to be over. I want to learn more. The following people didn't respond, weren't available. Pedro, Brian, Chaim, David, Brock, Rob. Where's that bitch, Logan? Excuse my language, y'all. I have no better words for these losers. So yeah, there is a lot that we have to do in this world if you care about things, if you care about people other than yourself. Clearly, there's genocides happening in Palestine, in Yemen, in the Congo, in Haiti, in Sudan, in Ukraine. We have this going on in Puerto Rico. We have Cuba. Their power is cut now. We have Trump threatening Greenland and our own country here in the United States. I feel like we've never been up against fascism as we are right now. I mean, all these places, Russia has Putin, North Korea has Kim Jong-un, Iran has the new Ayatollah, I can't pronounce their name, Khamenei or something like that, and yeah, look what Trump just raised that up, and dropping bombs on those people are going to make more hatred. So there's a lot, guys, going on, and it's these billionaires and these fascists and these bloodthirsty psychopaths that they're like trying to preserve their way of life constantly, which is always going to be hurting the people that make less than them. They don't look at us as humans. They look at us as numbers. They look at us as figures. They look at us as servants. And I'm goddamn sick of it, man. It's absolutely terrible. So this was a nice educational moment. I learned a lot here. And my empathy grows some more. My compassion for the citizens of Puerto Rico. I hope that we can make life better, and I hope that we can build, and I hope that we can do the right thing, man. Let's see what the comments are saying. Let's see how, after the Super Bowl, people start to discover this documentary and see the reality. Because nobody understands that this can happen to all of Latin America. Yep. Who was here after the Super Bowl? I hope Bad Bunny includes this song in the Super Bowl set list. I'm from Peru, and it's unbelievable to have to find out what's happening to our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico through a music video. Stay strong, people. Rise up, because a united people will never be defeated. So, yeah, Bad Bunny, man, he seems to be a really, really, really good person from everything I've seen so far, and I'm behind him, and I love that he's using his platform for the greater good, like Olivia Rodrigo and so many others that I follow on this channel. I follow them because they're also good people. They're massively talented musicians as well, but they're to their core, their beliefs and everything, they are very good people, and I will always try my best to support good people. We need to uplift people. We need to uplift lower income people as well. This world's not just for rich people. This world is not just a playground for these people that have nothing to offer, honestly. People that are just born into money. People that are born into royalty, that twiddle their thumbs all day and they pit us against each other. We got to rise up. we have to find good candidates that lead us, and we have to just do better at research and being informed. So I love you guys very much. I'm praying for you, which I don't pray that often, and when I do pray, it means that it leaves a huge impact on me. There's only so much I can do through prayer, but I want to help out physically if I can. I want to help out through donations, and I would love to research some more and see where you're at now. I mean, obviously he's still talking about this. He did this, he performed this at the Super Bowl, so it's must still be a thing that's happening. And yeah, I will continue to educate myself. Thank you guys for being here and for supporting the channel. Rise above. March 28th, no kings here in the United States of America. Hopefully we can get things changed around and start at least going towards utopia. Life's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be anomalies of psychopaths and people that are just, they lack love and they want to hurt people. And that's where we're at right now. These people voted for what we're in right now because they just want to hurt people. It's that simple. But I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.